Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark Temple of the Golden Idol. What a mouthful. The set number is 77015, comes with 1,545 pieces, plus 4, including 4 minifigures, 5 if you count that skeleton over there, and retails for a price of $150 US. I gotta say, when LEGO decided to bring back Indiana Jones sets in time for the last movie, I gotta say I couldn't have been happier because I completely missed out on all the original Indiana Jones sets. So, and I'm sure that those guys cost an arm and a leg to get a hold of each. Anyway, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. You got so many scenes from that. You got so many sections from that opening scene. And LEGO did a fantastic job of getting everything set up. You've got the Belloc and the Jovito native right there in the cave, waiting for them to come out. You got Satapo swinging across the gap, and of course, Indy getting ready to grab the idol itself. So yeah, wonderful box art design. Taking a look at the also you can notice that you got the new warning about the batteries for the light up brick up here. Take a look at the top of the box. You once again have another warning for the batteries, along with listing all 4 your figures: the Jovito Warrior, Belloc, Indy, and Satapo, along with an image of the Golden Idol itself in a 1-to-1 scale shot. Oop. Swinging around, taking a look at the back, you got another image of the full set with apparently after Indy's grabbed the idol, because you got the statue toppling over, plus quite a few other images, such as Indy running away from the stone, Indy grabbing his whip. Strange enough, I thought that was technically that's supposed to be the hat, but Indy's using the new hat hair combo, so I can understand why they went with something else. Again, and Satapo swinging across the gap, along with that iconic shot of Indy getting ready to swap the idol for that bag of sand, along with getting the full dimensions of the set of this thing being 20 inches or 51 centimeters across, and the 9 inches or 23 centimeters high at the highest point. This thing does have the tape on it, so you won't damage the box. Let me grab a box knife for to open this thing up. All right, I got myself a box knife. Let's get this bad boy open. There we go. And come on. There we go. All right. So let's see how many bags of parts this thing has. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't know what that is. Oh, it's another warning for the light. Wait. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Lost count. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're at 11, 12, 13, 14. Looks like the total is 15. Got a little fold out. That looks like a ad for paper bags. Indeed it is. And then, of course, we got the usual file folder for the instruction manuals for these larger sets. Don't know if there's going to be any stickers in this. I hope not. Oh, actually didn't need a knife this time. Alright, there's the instruction manual. Woohoo, love the look. Oh, actually, yeah, there's definitely stickers. Yeah, there's definitely definitely stickers on this. Wow, I was not expecting that many. That does not look like fun at all. Ouch. Anyway, take a look at the instruction manual. Love the cover. It's basically the cover of the DVDs nowadays. So it looks absolutely fantastic. Of course, you got a UCS opening style opening for the manual. Oh, love the quote that they use instead for the set. It's not the year, Sonny. It's the mileage. Anyway, wow. Then we got actually a bit of a history of not only the scene, but taking a look, we actually got a history of the movies. Oh, and we got a little bit more this time from the set designers, and then straight into the build. This looks like you build in small sections and then bring them in together. So, wow. Anyway, this is going to be a monster of a build for me. I probably won't do a time lapse on it. I just find I find a easier, actually more enjoyable time with these larger sets to just build them without doing a time lapse. And so yeah, I'll just jump into the review on the set, starting with the figures. All right, the build is done. That took me several hours to get done. I'd say a good 4, 5, maybe even 6. But I gotta say, the end result is very, very worth it. This thing looks absolutely fantastic. We'll go ahead and start with the minifigures. Starting off with, obviously, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Indiana Jones. Looking absolutely fantastic. Still love the new hat-hair combo they gave Indy. Good look on the face, the eyes, and the stubble all around. Good printing on the torso as well. Got some metallic printing with the zipper, and then the belt buckle for the gun holster. His accessories are a bag, is a sack bag of his iconic whip, and the bag of sand he uses to trade out for the idol itself. Taking a look at the back, you got some good back printing as well, and you can see he's got an alternate face, which is absolutely perfect for the end of the scene when he gets out of the temple and he is covered in spider webs. Looking absolutely fantastic. Oops. Yeah, looking absolutely fantastic. I do believe that this secondary face is exclusive to this particular Indy figure. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to include it with the other two Indiana Jones sets we got, since, no spiders involved in those scenes. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Next up, we got, I know the box specifically calls him Satipo, but I kid you not, I must have watched this, listened to that particular line half a dozen times, because you only hear his name once, and it's right after he bites the dust, spoiler alert. But when Indy says his name, I'm absolutely, again, I listened to this scene a good half dozen times in a row, and I kid you not, I'm pretty sure Indy pronounced his name as Sapito. So yeah, I'm honestly not sure which one it is. Anyway, it's a pretty good figure. I like the choice of the hairpiece. Face looks very much like a young Alfred Molina. Spoiler, that's who plays him. You get a little attack printing on the belt buckle. Oh, his clothes are all dirty, which very much accurate to the scene. His accessory is a torch, and I love the reference they to the movie they gave on that back printing, right? He's got a couple of spiders on him. It's like just as he and Indy go into the cave, they go through some large spider webs, and he says, and Satipo or Sapito, whichever you prefer. He says, "Hey, Indy, you got a couple of spiders on the back of your jacket." And then once Indy clears them off, he says, "Hey," he motions to him turn around, and his entire back is covered in spiders. So very accurate to the movie. Also, I love the look they give for the secondary face. It's very much like the scared face he has once you see the spikes pop out of the wall and you see the skeleton of Indy's old rival Forrestal. Oh, also kind of looks like the face he has once Indy takes the idol off the totem, and then the whole temple starts falling apart. So again, another very accurate character or any figure for the character. Next up, we got Belloc and the survival throughout the entire movie. I'm not really sure the face looks like Belloc. I mean, you kind of see a couple of evil smirks out of it, but doesn't ever really look like this. So, but his looks pretty accurate. The hat is a good choice. It's of course the tan. You basically see him in all that. The skin you can see underneath the shirt is rather thin. It looks very white, not much like skin tone. So could use some work there. But you do get a little metallic printing with the belt buckle. I do feel like they should have given him dual molded legs, because as far as I remember, while he is in khakis, I personally remember him being in khaki shorts, especially in this scene. But other than that, his accessory is a pistol. I know I haven't really been doing extra pieces in this set recently, but you do get an extra pistol, and you also get an extra whip. I almost forgot to mention that. But I feel like he could get that extra pistol to Indy because, he's got all his bases covered. He's not afraid to pull out a pistol. And he's got a little bit of back printing as well. Well, I love the back of the look of the darker patches, because, it's kind of hot where they are. So, of course, they're going to be sweating. But no extra face for Belloc. But, so, yeah, this is probably the least exciting figure of the four. But that doesn't mean he's not an accurately portrayed figure in the set. And then last but not least, we have the Hofito Warrior, who looks very, very good. He's got the same hairpiece as Satipo, Sapido, whichever it is. Honestly, I'm honestly not sure. But I do like the printing on him. He's got some good war paint on his face and on his torso. Also, he looks kind of jacked, to be honest. Like the choker necklace he's got, as well as the string of beads. Nice. It's detailing on the legs and loincloth, and of course his accessory is a bow and arrow. Also, good printing on the back, carrying over the choker and the necklace. And his alternate face is an angry face because, Indy just stole their idol. So why wouldn't he be mad? Anyway, only 4 figures in this set, but all of them rather very good and very accurate to the scene. As for the build itself, wow, there's a lot to go over for this thing. I'm happy to say that all the knobs here, with the prints, for the skulls, those are prints, not stickers. Although I did find that there are quite a few stickers, but I do like all of them. They all serve a purpose, especially like the plaque on the front. Love the note that they specifically call it Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was not when the movie came out. It was just called Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was not tagged as an Indiana Jones movie when it first came out. It was just Raiders of the Lost Ark, not Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So yeah, love that. Love that they kept that accurate. Also, love the quotes that they give for this one. For Satipo, it says, "Let's hurry. There's nothing to fear here." And then Indy says, "That's what scares me." And I know this probably wasn't done on purpose. But they actually have that quote at a very good position. I'm going to explain that once I get to that section of the review. Anyway, the build, like I said, the build itself, just the final product looks absolutely fantastic. You actually build the set in 3 different sections. First, you got starting with the entrance, going up to the brick. The wall here with the stalagmite. I'm pretty sure it's stalagmite. Pretty sure stalagmite is the one that comes out of the ground, while stalactite is the one that comes from the ceiling. Then in the section 2, we have from there over to the joint here, right past the golden wheel, and then the final section you have the section with the idol itself, and then they're all connected with bricks with Technic pins in them, so again it's connect. And then there's also a few minor builds that help complete the look. But yeah, just looking at this thing, it is very awesome looking, very colorful. Love all the details, like like all the greenery, all the, you could say, Jovito architecture. Actually, one thing you might be surprised taking a look at the back is how very Technic heavy it is. There's a lot going on here to make all the fun contraptions in this set work. So yeah, a whole lot going on over here. We'll start with the first section here. First off, looking on, you got you got the nice tile. Got some nice tiling going on, along with some masonry bricks. Next, you've got a couple of light green 1x2 of jumpers in the middle. That's for the Jovito, who's waiting for Indy to come out of the cave, and then you can just there we go. Then you can just put Belloc over here as well. Again, waiting for Indy to come out. Again, a lot of greenery going on over here. Moving inside. There we go. There we go. Moving on the inside. Again, you got lots of stalagmites coming out of the ground. Love the addition of these spiders, because this is actually where Indy and Satipo get mixed up with the spiders. You also see there's another spider up here, complete with a web, and then of course the boulder that comes after her, Indy, and that is just super simple. Just turn the knob and it comes down super fast. I honestly thought the boulder was going to be a loose piece, but it's actually connected to some Technic to one of the Technic builds, and like you get, again, it just rolls super fast. I love that it actually does is actually roll. You can see it spin, and when you get it all the way up there, as you can see, it actually the boulder actually stays up there. So yeah, like it's just sitting there all by itself, nothing holding on to it. Also, right underneath the stone, you can see the skeleton of poor Florestal, along with the spikes. I wish that there is a mechanism that you can make those spikes, come like go in the wall, and then you can like push it, push like a Technic pin, and make them stick out. Unfortunately, they're just kind of sitting there permanently. Yeah, but it gets the job done. It looks accurate. Moving on to the second area. Actually, there's something in the second area that's actually easier to see. Once you activate the mechanism, and that is the wall here. Again, much like the stone, you got a gear here, and you just turn it, and the door drops down, and you can see that there's a large sticker on there. And I actually owe you guys an apology. On the box, here, let me zoom that out real quick. I'll show you the image. When I did the opening of the set, I specifically mentioned that this image was inaccurate because it was actually supposed to be the hat. However, having watched the scene a couple of times, making sure I get all the references and stuff right, I actually found that I was the one who was inaccurate. Actually, is supposed to be the whip, so my apologies. So yeah, thought I'd better bring that up because I was the one who was wrong. But just goes to show the guys who made the set that their homework. But again, it not just sits up there until you spin the gear. So yeah, nice touch there. Go ahead and again, you can kind of just sit the whip there for a little reference. And as for the scene itself, you got quite a few. You got quite a few details here with like plenty of like plenty of greenery and and roots going on around here. Also, love the detail of like all the like head the stone heads all around the place, looking really cool. You'll notice there's you got a little piece sticking out here. That's for one of the accessories. So yeah, that's for one of the accessories. The actual whip piece can't really attach to this, so Lego gave you a little mini build to use as a whip, so you can just say on Satipo here, and then it'll just whip onto the pole like that. Then you can use this gear to simulate your characters swinging over. And then now it's where get to where I said that they put this the quotes here at a very good place, because next up is the next strap. Well, technically you have this little thing here. It's just kind of sitting in the background, and nothing much going on here. But next up in the starting off in the third section, you have the little traps of the step on the wrong place on the floor, and then the darts start shooting out. And I'm happy to say that they could put in quite a few areas for those stone faces for them to be able to shoot out those darts, along with putting in quite a few one by one tiles to indicate where those areas would be. Also, like that they got. Also, you notice that they got quite a few stickers in this area as well. Oh, so you got some stripe. So you got some kind of ornamental striping going on here, along with more of the faces that are just but those are just stickers. My personal favorite one is this guy right over here. It's just a Lego mini figure face, and he just looks like a total doofus, just goofing off there. Anyway, there's a lot to unpack in this section. And here, of course, you got the golden idol itself. Go ahead and give you a close-up look at that. Looking very accurate to what you see in the movies. All it's really missing is the detail in the eyes. But yeah, for such a small piece, they gave it as much detail as possible. Plus, they put in the metallic gold. So we'll go ahead and just put Indy up here. Gotta be careful with those traps. There we go. And yeah, there's a lot going on here with this particular mechanism. So first off, turn it just a little bit, and there's a light brick built up in this area. Yeah, built up in this area, so it'll glow down on top of the aisle. Push it back even farther, and the idol will sink down, and the area will sink down, much like it does in the movie. Although I don't think the area is big enough where you can swap out the idol for the bag and it'll actually go down. I think the bag's a bit too big to fit in the area, but we'll go ahead and test it out. Okay, it kind of goes. Oh, it kind of sits there. It sits on top, but it still works. But you may notice every time I move that around, the big stone face here, which is a separate build all by itself, kind of moves. Kind of moves, and that is if you turn the knob even farther, and that happens to help kind of simulate the fact that once Indy takes the idol and the totem, the podium of the idol sinks, the whole temple starts falling apart. All right, so I like that. So I like that added little detail. Little detail. You can see here this thing is attached to a couple of chains in the back, and again, that's one of the large technical assemblies going on here. Okay, so I'll show you once I get the face back in there. I'll show you how that works. There we go. So, whoops. So, turning it in the left, that moves this gear down. That's what turns on the light. And then turning to the right, you'll see there's a couple of, you might see there's a couple of rubber bands back there. Turning to the right, that pushes that down, which pushes the head. So yeah, a lot going on with this, with that particular gear. So that's basically covers everything with this set. And I gotta say, I love it. This thing basically covers all the details you would want for that opening scene, that such iconic opening scene of Raiders of the Lost Ark. The one thing I think people might want to say they'd want added to it is Jock and his plane, so you can, complete the scene. Kind of like what they did when they did the playset version of this with the first iteration of Lego Indiana Jones. But I feel like that's nitpicking. If you just want, that iconic scene of the Temple of the Idol, Indy going in, getting the idol, and then basically everything happening right out from when he grabs the idol till he gets out. I tell you, this thing is just about perfect. I love this thing. If you are a fan of Lego Indiana Jones, especially Raiders of the Lost Ark, I see absolutely no reason why you would not want to pick this thing up. Of course, the one downside about that is this thing, I do believe that this set is now officially retired, so it might be a bit difficult to get your hands on. But I tell you, if you get your hands on it, you're going to love this thing. I know I love it, and I'm very glad I decided to pick this up with my birthday haul. Anyway, that'll be the end of this video. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.